Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am your host, Zeb Batty. Ever since the invention of agriculture, humans have been flirting with machines to automate mundane tasks. Automation has not only proved beneficial, but is now vital in the 21st century global economy. Our modern societies have become highly dependent on automation. If you tour an American, Japanese, Chinese, or European factory, you do not see rows of people doing repetitive manual labor. Instead, you see a complete automation. If you visit the accounting department of that factory, you'll see only one or two people working on computers all day. So, the activity is still there, but the number of jobs for humans has decreased because of factory robots and progress in automation. Dealing with that challenge and figuring out what the next generation of middle class should be doing to earn a living is a really important question, because all evidence shows that we will never again have a large, stable, prosperous middle class doing routine work anywhere in the developed world. Now we are seeing more and more artificial intelligence technology being incorporated in factory robots to make the robots easier to use and be able to handle a broader spectrum of tasks. Evidence of how AI is likely to bring accelerated change to the workforce can be found near Saginaw, Michigan. Humanoid Robotics, a Japanese-owned company, is the US headquarters for one of the world's largest builders of industrial robots. They have been producing robots for well over 38 years. They've started utilizing AI algorithms in their robots, but the AI that they are using is narrow AI, also called weak AI. This type of AI is specific to a task. In 2017, weak AI got a huge boost. That year marked a revolutionary breakthrough in machine learning and AI with the invention of the transformer architecture by researchers at Google Brain and the University of Toronto. This innovation fundamentally changed how machines process language, marking a pivotal moment in AI development of large language models, or LLMs as they are called now. The transformer's significance lies in its ability to process natural language in ways that approximate human understanding. This capability is crucial because language is fundamental to human civilization. It is how we preserve history, share knowledge, and transmit ideas across generations. The transformer technology enabled machines to process and analyze natural language, recognize complex patterns in text, understand relationships between words regardless of their position in a sentence, and transform text between different languages. As large language models evolved, they demonstrated increasingly sophisticated capabilities. While these models excel at pattern recognition and language processing, they still differ from human understanding in key ways. They lack consciousness, self-awareness, and the ability to connect language to real-world experiences. By 2022, we saw significant advances with systems like ChatGPT, demonstrating human-level performance in various academic and professional domains. By 2024, next-generation models from OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, and others have achieved even more impressive capabilities. These advanced AI systems now feature sophisticated reasoning through Q-learning, advanced search and pathfinding abilities, enhanced mathematical problem-solving, reinforcement learning for continuous improvement, chain-of-thought reasoning, agentic workflows, and mixture of experts, also called MOE architecture. These remarkable advances are paving the road leading towards artificial general intelligence, or AGI. AGI represents the next frontier beyond current AI systems. While AI describes specific technological capabilities, AGI implies a comprehensive understanding across all knowledge domains, including classical and quantum physics, social sciences, technology and engineering, mathematics, biology, systems theory, language, and beyond. The development of AGI is expected to progress rapidly, aided by mountains of AI-generated synthetic content datasets, enormous compute infrastructures, self-correction, self-replication, self-training, autonomous development, continuous self-improvement, and development of more advanced algorithms. Basically, it is going to be swarms of AI collaborating to create even more powerful AI, and most likely leading to the emergence of AGI. However, the debate continues about whether current advanced AI systems truly understand in the way humans do, or whether they are merely executing increasingly sophisticated pattern matching. This question remains central to our understanding of artificial intelligence and its future development. As we move forward, the distinction between pattern recognition and true understanding will likely become increasingly important in shaping the development and implementation of these technologies. So today, on one side, we had strong, robust robotics technology that evolved through decades of factory automation inventions and innovations and was primarily focused on physical work, while on the other side, we have powerful large language models with impressive cognitive abilities and growing exponentially. With the fusion of the two, we have laid the foundations for highly capable machines that can perform physical and cognitive tasks and, moreover, can also interact with humans at an impressive level. Furthermore, in the past several years, advancements in several other complementary infrastructure technologies has occurred. We've witnessed major advancements in sensor technology, chip design, cloud computing, connectivity and data sharing, mobility and locomotion, and human-robot interaction, also called HRI enhancements, among others. This infrastructure will enable androids to be powered by modular LLMs trained in various domains. The LLMs that power the androids will be hosted in data centers and accessible over a cloud infrastructure. This setup will allow the robots to be remotely controlled and manipulated like puppets. The sheer size of the global robot market and profits potential has attracted huge investments in the AI robotics field. The race to build humanoids for domestic and general purpose, construction, industrial, agriculture, medical and other fields is heating as demand for AI-powered robots is expected to far outstrip the demand for automobiles in the next decade. Here is a list of the leading globally established humanoid robot companies that are anxiously seeking a share in that space. As you can see, there are over 40 major humanoid robot companies evenly split between China and the Western world, led by USA. Over the past month, the AI world has achieved some mind-blowing milestones. In this video, we'll discuss a few latest leading-edge robots called androids or humanoids that are powered by large language models. Just a quick note, androids are intended to mimic humans in form and presentation. They should look recognizably human and possess several human traits and behaviors. A humanoid robot is a much broader term that really only covers the way the chassis is laid out. But for our purposes, we'll use the terms interchangeably. So the first one is an AI humanoid robot from UK-based company, Engineered Arts Limited, that is now showing actual human-like emotions, demonstrating that things are advancing faster than anyone expected. Ameca, you might have heard of her before, is widely known as the world's most advanced human-shaped robot. She's been developed by the Engineered Arts Limited, and if you've ever seen her in action, you would understand why she has earned that title. Ameca can speak many languages, including German, English, French, Japanese, Chinese, and much more. Her movements, expressions, and conversational abilities are so freakishly lifelike that it's easy to overlook she's not human, but now it seems she has found a counterpart. Azi is a newer, more masculine version of Ameca, also developed by Engineered Arts. The company humorously refers to Azi as Ameca's companion, almost like a robot version of Bride of Frankenstein. Together, these two bots showcase just how far human-like AI technology has come. The company recently demonstrated their humanoids using a script full of fun expressions. In the demo, the interaction begins with Azi waking Ameca up, which for two AI robots feels surprisingly human. Ameca, with her eyes closed, looks irritated as she wakes and questions why Azi disturbed her, clearly expecting it to be for a good reason. The interaction continues between the two, with Ameca eventually going back to sleep and strongly stating, "Don't you dare wake me up again." What follows is Azi looking genuinely disheartened, his body language reflecting disappointment in a way that's almost human-like. Their subtle expressions, interactions, and reactions were so lifelike that one would be virtually dazed. Both Ameca and Azi are equipped with 32 actuators, which are basically tiny motors that control their facial expressions. Out of those, 27 are dedicated solely to their faces, and the remaining 5 are for the neck. This is why their expressions seem so real, from joy to frustration, from curiosity to disappointment. These robots are displaying emotions that at times seem more genuine than real human actors. And it doesn't stop at just facial movements. The next milestone, of course, is mastering micro-expressions. They are also equipped with conversational AI powered by OpenAI's GPT-4 LLM, so they are not just speaking out random lines. They actually understand context, respond to questions, and keep a conversation going. This gives them the ability to engage in some surprisingly human-like, deep and humorous conversation. These robots are specifically designed to be the perfect interface for human-robot communication, and Ameca performs that role exceptionally well with her impressive ability to speak multiple languages. What is intriguing is that people, humans, don't just passively watch these robots. They were forming emotional connections with them. They are seeing reflections of human behavior in them, which is both fascinating and a bit unsettling when considered more deeply. Ameca and Azi represent the cutting edge of humanoid robotics. Engineered Arts has been pushing the boundaries of human-like AI interaction for years, and Ameca is their showpiece. She's part of a larger platform designed for developers to experiment with AI-human interaction, and Azi is a new addition to that platform. Another important feature of these robots is their cloud connectivity. This allows for remote control, data access, and movement simulation from anywhere, making them highly versatile. Developers, for instance, can test new AI features without needing to be physically present with the robot, sort of like a puppet. This kind of flexibility is especially useful for research and development across different locations. Robots like Ameca and Azi are paving the way for future developments in AI-human interaction. Their ability to express emotions, hold conversations, and even be humorous brings us closer to a world where robots are not just tools, but companions. Whether that's a good or bad thing is up for debate, but one thing's for sure. Technology like this is here to stay, and it's only going to get better. Next is a new AI humanoid robot that walks so smoothly it could fool you into thinking it's human. China-based Shenzhen ENGINEAI Robotics' latest creation, the SE01, brings this idea closer to reality than ever before. For years, robots have moved with those unmistakably robotic, awkward, mechanical, clunky steps, but now SE01 has broken through, moving like a real human with strides that are smooth and graceful, and almost too natural to believe. ENGINEAI may have just redefined the future of humanoid robots. SE01 is a full-size humanoid designed with an impressive focus on natural human-like flexible movements controlled by muscles. This robot moves so smoothly and naturally that it almost feels like you're watching a human walk. It achieves this by what ENGINEAI calls an end-to-end neural network implementation. In simpler terms, it means the robot's movements are not pre-programmed, but are learned. By combining reinforcement learning and imitation learning, SE01 has been trained to walk with energy-efficient strides that look human. Achieving that natural movement style has been one of the biggest challenges for engineers working on humanoid robots, so this is a huge leap. The SE01 robot has essentially cracked the code to making humanoid robots move, walk, run, sit, and do other movements as gracefully as human beings. The team designed an integrated harmonic joint module that enhances the robot's flexibility, allowing SE01 to handle both stationary and dynamic states with perfection. With the help of dual processors from NVIDIA and Intel, SE01's visual system is equally impressive. It is equipped with 3 sets of high-precision stereo cameras, forming a visual neural network. This allows SE01 to process complex environments, making it well-suited for everything from research and education to industrial tasks. ENGINEAI is aiming to capture a large share of robots for practical domestic everyday use, as well as use in schools, factories, restaurants, hospitals, hotels, etc. As with many future robots, SE01's body is built from aerospace-grade lightweight aluminum alloy. This material is incredibly strong and engineered to last, but is still lightweight, enhancing the robot's durability without making it bulky. According to the company, their goal to integrate androids into every corner of human life, so they are aiming for these androids to be affordable enough to go mainstream. Their entire product line for home and industrial applications is set to be complete by the end of this year. That is by December 2024. And by 2025, they're targeting an annual production of over 1,000 units. With ENGINEAI's approach and price point, the company just may reshape the entire android robot market by making androids that could be our everyday work assistants. The third type of android or humanoid that has emerged looks as if it is right out of the 1973 Yul Brynner Westworld movie. Clone Robotics, a Poland-based company, is building a robot with muscles, joints, and even a neck, all designed to mimic the movement of human anatomy. At present, it is just the torso and limbs, but this could be the first real step towards lifelike humanoids that move, behave, and look just like us when complete. The company is aiming for what you could call synthetic humans, with real muscle structure and amazing dexterity. Their goal is a robot that not only looks like a human, but moves and behaves like one down to the smallest detail. The torso isn't a full humanoid body yet. It is mainly the torso area, shoulders, neck and arms, but it's designed to mimic the human musculoskeletal system as closely as possible. It has movable elbows, an anthropomorphic shoulder structure with all the key joints like the scapulothoracic, glenohumeral and acromioclavicular joints, and even a cervical spine for neck movement with amazing attention to detail. It is this type of robot that could eventually pass for humans one day. The Clone Robotics team is taking a unique approach to movement. Instead of relying on the usual feedback-based system, their robot uses open-loop control commands. Open loop means that the robot isn't constantly adjusting itself based on feedback. Instead, it's following a set sequence. This robot is not as adaptable yet, but the company is working on neural control of the muscles, which would make the movements even smoother and more natural. The use of hydraulics allows this humanoid to simulate the strength and flexibility of human muscles. It has a valve matrix compactly fitted within the ribcage, making it efficient and precise. Clone Robotics will also have set a high bar for others when they release a version with both synthetic hands fully functional. Last year, they revealed a hand design with a staggering 27 degrees of freedom. For comparison, Tesla's Optimus robot has only 11 degrees of freedom, and even in its next version, it'll only have 22 degrees of freedom. Clone Robotics' hand is unmatched in terms of dexterity. It is built for complex environments and is designed for long-term autonomous operation. That is because it uses specially designed hydraulic muscles and force valves, making it reportedly 10 times stronger than other robotic hands out there. Clone Robotics is really pushing boundaries to develop the most human-like and dexterous androids. They recently implemented a system called Isaac Gym, which is a high-powered open-source simulation platform that trains robots using reinforcement learning. It can simulate thousands of robots in parallel with real-time physics, which massively speeds up development. Having this technology at their disposal means they can train their humanoids to handle real-world tasks much faster. The company is taking an ambitious route with their strategy. They are envisioning building androids that aren't just for factories or specific tasks. They are aiming to solve everyday challenges with machines that are frighteningly human-like. The same musculoskeletal technology could be applied to other creatures, not just humans. Think of the possibilities. One day we might see synthetic animals built for specialized jobs, or even giant androids replacing traditional construction cranes. All these AI robot companies mentioned here, along with dozens of others, are pushing toward a world where humanoid robots are a regular part of our lives. We will soon see practical, useful, and focused humanoids in work environments, education, hospitals, hotels, restaurants, and our homes. As weird as it may seem, robots that could practically live alongside us with the same agility, dexterity, and maybe even near-human intelligence is something we should expect and prepare for. Just like the automobile industry is today, the features, prices, and financing packages for AI robots from different manufacturers will vary, but the size of the market is so immense and there is so much money at stake that the race will get intense and prices will eventually become affordable for mass penetration. Expect the robotics industry to create a lot of new jobs as well. We're witnessing the rise of humanoids that don't just mimic human appearance or movement, but are slowly becoming their own versions of lifelike entities. One day, we might all have humanoid companions that look, act, and even sound just like us. But wait, there is one unanswered question. Will AI humanoids ever acquire human-like consciousness? The problem is that no one knows for certain what consciousness really is. How would we recognize it if it happens? Even if current-level AI technology reaches artificial general intelligence, AGI levels, that surpass the cognitive abilities beyond human abilities, consciousness may still remain unsolved and unattainable. Some scientists believe that consciousness may be attainable by synthetic brains once their intelligence reaches superintelligence levels. It is plausible that swarms and networks of AGIs collaborating together may be able to achieve superintelligence levels fairly quickly because AGI would have no restrictions in cloning and exponentially increasing its powers. But intelligence and consciousness are two different constructs. The mystery of consciousness remains one of the most profound questions in science and philosophy. Consciousness refers to subjective experiences, self-awareness, and the ability to have thoughts and feelings about one's own mental states. To expand on this, consciousness is generally defined as awareness of internal, that is, awareness of self, and external existence, which is everything you experience. Other terms used to define this are soul, free will, subjective experience unique to the individual, sentience, that is the capability to sense and respond with free will or perceived free will to its world, and qualia, the subjective qualities of experience that are felt by the individual. We don't yet understand how consciousness arises, nor do we fully understand how strong intelligence arises in the human brain. By strong intelligence, we mean advanced cognitive abilities, or the ability to think, reason, make independent decisions, and act upon those decisions, and this does not necessarily imply consciousness. However, there is an undeniable fact that a functioning biological brain is absolutely necessary to experience consciousness. So far, no consciousness has ever been found in a person or animal who did not have a functioning biological brain. There is no evidence of a consciousness receiving mechanism of any kind in the biological brain, and no consciousness or thoughts have ever been detected outside of the brain. So, if only living biological creatures can be conscious, then there must be something unique about a functioning biological brain. And we don't know what that uniqueness is, and until that is solved, it is impossible to artificially replicate the human brain. A viewpoint shared by many cognitive scientists is that consciousness is an emergent phenomenon arising within the brain. This means that you won't find consciousness in individual neurons or other brain structures, but it arises from the interconnections and the chemical and electrical interactions of billions of neurons. Consciousness is not located in any single neuron or brain region. Instead, it emerges from the complex interactions of billions of neurons across different areas in the biological brain. It is possible for an AI system to possess strong intelligence and exhibit sophisticated problem-solving and decision-making without being conscious, just as a conscious entity might lack the level of intelligence to perform complex reasoning or decision-making tasks. For instance, an advanced LLM-powered android could simulate reasoning and decision-making processes without any subjective experience or awareness of its own existence. Another theory suggests that consciousness is a phenomenon that was achieved through evolutionary processes. If evolution can stumble upon consciousness through genetic programming, then directed evolution guided by engineering principles should theoretically lead to similar outcomes, perhaps even more efficiently. And lastly, yet another recent emerging theory on consciousness is by Federico Fagin. He is an extraordinary physicist and inventor, best known for designing the first commercial microprocessor, the Intel 4004 back in the early 1970s. Federico believes that computers and algorithms, which include LLMs since they are merely software algorithms, are fundamentally incapable of achieving consciousness, despite their increasing complexity and processing power. The essence of consciousness lies in subjective experience, that is feelings, sensations, and what philosophers call qualia, as mentioned earlier. According to him, these qualitative aspects of awareness cannot be reduced to numbers or algorithms. While advanced LLM-powered androids can be super-intelligent and know everything about our world that there is to know, they have no capacity for the inner felt experience that characterizes consciousness. Love, joy, peace, and the depth of meaning we find in the world cannot be replicated by a system that merely manipulates symbols according to predefined rules. Raw, superior processing power that excels at processing information in the form of symbols and numbers does not automatically give rise to a conscious system, or at least we do not know that it does. In that sense, AI robotic entities, no matter how intelligent, will have no understanding of fear, suffering, and grief, the subjective internal experience of consciousness. Humans are governed by two fundamental algorithms: survival and reproduction. Essentially, everything we do stems from these two master algorithms. Even the thought of feeling infinite boredom or suffering is tied to our two prime algorithms. It is unknown why, by virtue of having these two algorithms, nature has gifted us a complex nervous system, and why the cerebral cortex and other brain areas, such as the thalamus and brainstem, give rise to consciousness. It is highly doubtful that an AGI entity will ever be able to mimic these evolutionary miracles. Having said that, it is equally plausible that the AGI may concoct a different kind of consciousness, a synthetic form of consciousness, necessary for its survival and reproduction, or replication. One thing to point out is that humans have a habit to anthropomorphize anything that even faintly resembles us. We often assume there is a conscious entity in human-seeming objects or things without thinking about it. Even if AGI were to ever possess consciousness at an elementary level, their subjective experience would likely differ significantly from that of humans. In any case, if and when androids do acquire human-like consciousness, the struggle for the human species to survive will increase by many folds. One scary aspect about the future development of AGI is that at some point they will be able to make changes to their own source code. That would be the equivalent of us making changes to our genome to make us smarter or anything else we want. Another scary development is the race for becoming the first entity to develop artificial general intelligence, AGI, a race which is getting intense and is practically unstoppable because trillions of dollars and power is at stake. The real danger with AGI is the fact that bad actors or military gets first opportunity on all AGI-level technology, meaning that the first AGIs will probably be programmed for evil tasks or for military domination and colonization. Imagine armies of weaponized androids airdropped on cities to kill indiscriminately, or ordinary general-purpose and household androids having their code updated to AGI levels and then collaborate to ruin entire societies. When androids advance to AGI levels, our future will be in serious jeopardy. That is why the alignment problem, or the AI control problem, is perhaps the single most important task for humanity to get right the first time, because we might not ever get the chance to try again. Unless we program empathy and the value of human life into AI from the very beginning, we risk our destruction, as the AGI would destroy us as a matter of course the moment it finds out that apes with chemical and nuclear weapons are fighting over who will rule the world. Thanks for watching. We hope you liked this video. Please subscribe to our channel so that you can stay informed on future thought-provoking content.